Hey everybody, Chris, Marlene, Dan, and I got together to talk Moxie Fruvis, and afterwards we had a discussion that it went all over the place, but it evolved into this conversation about covers. So we're going to talk a little bit about covers here.
There's not a cover of Moxie Fruvis that I've heard where I'm like, oh, they're just covering them. It's definitely their own style, their own stuff. And there's a ton of stuff out there that's original, too, that just never really made it on a record. They do an amazing Green Eggs and Ham song that I found on whatever, Napster or Torrents or whatever back in the heyday of, the early frontier of the internet. And, there's a lot of amazing stuff by this band out there that hardly anybody ever hears.
So, speaking of covers, I'd like to get your all's take on the Weezer cover of Africa.
Oh boy.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But it's like you can almost not tell
Yeah.
if it's Toto or if it's Weezer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like just a straight up remake.
It is. And I was like, oh, Weezer's redoing Toto. That's awesome. And then I heard the song, I was like, is this the original?
But you didn't make it Weezer at all.
No. I was like, what? Why did they do that?
Right.
Why bother?
The
only one from that album that I thought they kicked something into was Mr. Blue Sky.
Yeah.
That was the only one where they really kind of said, all right, we're going to do something different. The rest of them, you're just kind of like Billie Jean, and it was almost like an experiment to see, like, I don't know, like Squeeze did an album. They re-recorded all their songs. They called it Spot the Difference because they tried to make it sound exactly like the original, as close as they could. And I I hope it made him some money.
Probably somehow. It's God, I tire of telling this story, but like Weezer was a bucket list band for me, and I finally got to see them in 2016. And boy, oh boy, a little too late. Not that it was bad, but it just wasn't. It wasn't the Weezer that I'd put up on this pedestal. It's the Weezer that we knew in 2016. It's the Weezer that we know now. And it's like, oh man, like, I didn't expect them to come out and just, play Pinkerton or nothing, but like, I don't know. And then you like, it's me and Matt. Matt was like 40. I was like 36. And like, we're surrounded by 16-year-old girls at that. And it's like, man, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. None of it felt right. And then Panic at the Disco opened and they covered Queen and it was terrible.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, Panic at the Disco is a band that like I'm working through. Well, technically I've got my 20. I'm ready to go whenever the rest of the panel is, but I have a different perspective on them now that I've actually listened to the music, but like I'll never go see them live. Like they blew that one opportunity. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you do Bohemian Rhapsody? Panic at the Disco guy. How dare you?
Jesus, that's what they covered?
Yeah.
Oh, God. No.
Yeah.
No.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, I probably would have been more forgiving if they did, like, I don't know, any other Queen song. But it was that one. And it's like, come on, man. Like,
man, you really got to bring it. Like, that's such a, theatrical song. If you're not in a stadium, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you're not Queen, you shouldn't be doing that song.
Unless you're Weird Al. Weird Al can do it.
Unless you're Weird Al, exactly.
Because Bohemian Polka,
you make it a polka.
Rules.
Bohemian Polka is amazing.
But that goes right back to what we were talking about. Like, if you're going to do a cover, make it your own. I really hate ending on me because I'm the next person talking. But there you go. We talked about covers. We talked about Panic at the Disco. We talked about all sorts of stuff. And that is available if you'd like to hear the rest of the conversation after the fact, number 126. Available on patreon.com/oh hi Justin. $1 a month gets you in the door. Greatly appreciate having you in. If you'd like to hear our conversation on Moxie Fruvis, it will be the next one on the feed. Just go forward one and push play.